Well, uh, so much for getting here a little bit early. Apparently, the market opened. Apparently, there's a daylight savings shift this weekend I was completely unaware of. Absolutely unaware of. Any short paid off, Julius. What's Tesla down? No, not I'm down to 633. Uh, Not too bad. May think about buying or something. Nah, I ain't buying nothing. Okay, can draw some trend lines. Okay, I don't know how the hell that works. Yeah, I wonder what's not down today, to be honest with you. Um, Amazon's down 5%. I'm just unable to get Thinkorswim working, so I'm going to try to work this on this platform. Marriott was one looking at shorting. I'm sure that's maybe not viable anymore. Hey, what's up, Rob? Yeah, apparently time change. I'm thinking I'm getting a 20-minute head start here, and I'm fucking 30 minutes behind. Welcome to my life, apparently. Um, yeah, stupid. That's okay. It looks like the market gapped a little lower and reversed. Let's take a look at NQ1. Not sure how to get futures on this particular one. So I've got part of my old watch list here. It's not by any means all of it, but Carvana down. Can I just put you on the damn chart? Learning on the fly here, unfortunately. Watch list. Oh, select columns. Here we go. I'm sure there's a thing I can click to add to chart. Like I said, I'm not so sure how this platform works quite yet. Markets. Investments to watch. Market view? Oh, there's trading. There we go. Okay. Looks like we're getting some bouncing. And Q. Yeah, you're not very power E-Trade. Looks like you power suck. Detached. Oh, add more widgets. Chart trading. Technical events. Let's take a look at some other names here. How do I add this to the damn chart? Place a trade, quote, option chain, chart. Okay, I've got to do that. So Amazon way down here. I don't have my charts, so this is going to be interesting. So got our trend line across here. We're all the way back towards the bottom. Could be an interesting place. Hey, what's up, Christina? Kiwi down quite a bit. AM, whatever that is, down significantly. BLD. I already don't like this. This is already horrible. Beyond Meat, they were up there in their flag. That's obviously been destroyed. Tesla. Julius with the short on Tesla, and yeah, looks to be a good one. Yeah, that wasn't too bad of a short on a Friday actually. It's a nice gap down. Oh no, Tesla's got a nice little bouncy thing that it's doing here. Looking, zooming out longer term, I still kind of loosely think that. Let's go longer term here. One of the latter parabolic moves we had up here ended up in this choppy situation where we moved around these ranges. I think it's highly possible that we do something similar. So it's going to be Tesla's generally a fairly volatile stock if you buy it in the midst of extremes. And it's hard to say if it's in one of these lower extremes here where it's going to bounce higher. Although who knows what's going to happen with everything going on right now. It's crazy. MJ. For some reason, I'm not sure if I can post this or not, but all right, come on. Oh, back to normal. Never mind. Okay. Never mind about that. MJ down 10, BEP, D-Dog down 10, Snap, Match, Winnebago extending a little bit further. How's Winnebago doing? Not bad after that blast up to 55, but pretty bad after that. Looks like I have to refresh this if I want to get a fresh list. Oddly enough, gold isn't really rocketing into the stratosphere. You would think that gold would just be up, 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 but it's not. It's actually pretty flat. Now it was at least in yesterday's future session poking into new highs, but this is the GLD, the ETF, and it's not quite doing that, which is a little bit odd. Even with everything happening with the Federal Reserve lowering a bunch of interest rates, with everything you think would pump gold, coronavirus fears, global slowdown, possible fears. It's just not. So it's an interesting nothing starter for some of the gold bugs. Match only down 5%, not down too bad. There we go. Fortinet. Okay, why can't you get me the end of the chart? This platform's horrible. It's stupid. Domino's Pizza, which recently has tried to break out a very long-term base, looks like coming back to fill a gap. That could be a pretty epic buy if it does get all the way back down there. And keep in mind, it took a pretty significant market break to bring Domino's Pizza back down to gap fill. Otherwise, this thing would have just been up here. And this chart probably would have flipped. Alibaba down 4%. Yeah, I haven't even talked about that, Julius. I haven't even talked about that. Yeah, the whole oil thing with Iran trying to piss off Russia. Yeah, it's pretty funny, actually. It's kind of nice to watch in the U.S. not be right smack dab in the middle of the whole thing. It's basically OPEC and Russia don't agree on what to do, and Iran's like, yeah, screw you. We're just going to lower our stuff below your cost. We can take it. You probably can't. But I don't know. I have a feeling Putin can take some punishment. On my other screen, let me go to the investorsdaily.com and see what's going on over there. Stocks test bear market limits as coronavirus triggers oil price war. Yeah, we did go limit down on the futures, which I don't know the last time we've done that in the futures market on a weekend. I don't know. 2 coronavirus stocks hit new highs amid market correction. Oh, that's an interesting headline. Regeneron, which actually was signaling a longer-term breakout, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, look at that. Yeah. This was a long-term turnaround play. Oh, here we go. Frequency. Yeah, I do not like this software. And their trend lines are just stupid. Don't give you really anything. I think that was the line we had drawn. And you can... No, I don't want to... Escape doesn't work. Apparently, I've got to do that. Yeah, nice breakout right there, actually, in the past couple of weeks. Yeah, I haven't really been looking for things going up so much as the market's falling apart. But Regeneron coming right back right there, pretty good. And then DJX, or DGX, excuse me. Not so much. So thanks for nothing, IBD. I appreciate it. Yeah, Regeneron doing pretty good, but not so much for the rest of them there. What else they got? Gold, stock safe from coronavirus. Apparently not. Analyst slash price targets on 8 stocks you might be watching. Oil crashes 31%. Is it really that much? That is crazy. Let's take a look at, I had FinViz up somewhere. Yeah, here we go. So I had FinViz up, and if you go and you look at the Russell, just amazing, amazing drop. So you look at Brent crude. Look, there's a Brent crude. Look at that. It was up at 50 on Thursday, down at 36 today. Just an amazing, amazing drop. These are all the futures. The bond prices are up, meaning yields are dropping. And it looks like topping action on a 30-year bond, whatever the hell that's worth. Huge wicks on the New Zealand dollar, on the Australian dollar. I forget what CHF is. 2-year note, just, man, rocketing upwards with that yield. Lumber taking a dump. Wow, I wonder why lumber. Construction, probably. Lack of transportation globally. Rice tumbling, copper tumbling. It's going to take a while to shake some of this off, I have a feeling. Just pretty much all these charts are right now, at least for the past month, going in the complete wrong direction. All these futures markets. Russell a little further down, and there's not as large of a wick on the downside right there. NOK down massively. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's too much to do with some of those, honestly, with some things being down that far. I mean, question is if you want to go cash or not, and if obviously for currencies it's kind of hard to say what cash is. I guess that would be the dollar. I'm not sure if you have that option. If that's, oh my goodness, this thing's out of control. This is dumb. Oh, Swiss franc? Oh, thanks. So Tesla come back up to 644, testing 600. That's not a bad entry. I'm thinking honestly, in my estimation, what I'm telling people right now is that if you see Tesla back down here at about 400, it's a buy. It's pretty much what I've. Not that I'm waiting for 400 as a buy, but I could if it comes all the way back down to those prior lows. Which it could do. It may take a little bit more time to do that. If the market remains pressured, this may happen. But I think you'd be definitely in a buy situation. Remember talking a little bit ago about how Tesla, chops around. Euro better than USD? I don't know. Let's do we have currencies? Let's check it out. Haven't really thought about one currency over another. Oh yeah, Euro definitely rallying versus the dollar. Yeah, that's a very good point. Thank you for correcting me. This one's not too bad either, actually. Swiss franc, but yeah, go Euro. Holy crap, it was all the way down straight up at $1. I should have just bought some euros. We're going to be going to Ireland here in a few months. Well, I'll have coronavirus by then anyway, so it won't matter. Huh. Yeah. Likely the euro, unless it's going to top up here, and then we're going to come back to some equilibrium around 112, 110 maybe. Yen's not horrible. These bottom wicks here are interesting. Same on the Canadian dollar. But yeah, this thing's out of control. Yeah, it's funny when Tesla comes back and loosely retest those highs, and then you end up with a major shakeout to the downside in each of these bases before it starts to rally here. before it gets a huge rally. I thought that was pretty interesting. Both of those bases had that same thing going on. I wonder if Carvana is down so much because I think it's the coronavirus. Starts with CV. Could be. Could be. I'm joking. It's probably not that, but it sounds funny. Ooh, EVR taking it on the chin right there. This is really bad. I'm going to take this back to 6 months just so I can see the end of the damn chart. I don't like this one bit. All right, so Amazon down 10%. Is it? That's not even Amazon. Where's Amazon? Thought that was Amazon. It's not. Okay. Oh, it's only down 3%. Okay. It's actually not too bad. Let's take a look at the Qs, which is the NASDAQ ETF. What is that? Oscillators, indicators, short-term technical events. None of this. This is friggin' horrible. This is the worst thing. There's nothing good about this software. I can't see one good thing so far. Yeah. I don't know. Cash is king right now, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Hey, what's up, Eli? You didn't tell me that the time zones were changing, man. Thought you're my East Coast alarm clock. My time zone doesn't change, so. You know, it's funny. I was thinking about stocking up on masks about 3 weeks ago. I'm like, I should just go buy a wholesale amount of masks and stock them, and then put them on offer up for $2 a mask. Looks like I missed out on that one. I was also going to sell a bunch of options on oil here at my local gas pump. I was thinking about that too. But first I'd have to explain what options were to normal people, and then, you know, it's way too much after that. I loosely I've seen I saw it on the news, actually. I didn't look at it personally. I don't know. I wonder if bleach is actually expensive, because just put bleach and just use bleach. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting situation. So talk about follow-through days and stuff like that. Getting back to just general trading and not how horrible Power E-Trade is, because this is garbage. Absolute trash. Can't do anything I want to do on it. I'm just gonna close out of it. It's literally pointless. It's the worst thing that I've seen today. I even watched an old lady die from coronavirus over at the local Walgreens. It was worse. It's worse than that. I was at least expecting that. Someone's going to die at your local Walgreens. That's just a fact. Nothing you can do about that one. 1 cup a day keeps the virus away. Yeah, you know, well, the kids, I give them about a 1/4 cup of bleach. Give them with their morning Cheerios. And yeah, they haven't been sick yet. One's starting to look a little weird. I don't know. He could be getting sick. So I may increase his bleach intake. Really? I didn't even see a message, Eli. That's funny. Yes, Justin. It's another normal Monday. Market's down 6% overnight. Actually, we're bouncing back pretty good here, which is really interesting, to be honest with you. But so far I can't say that. You still have SQ, Rob? Dude, you will hold through anything, won't you? I'm gonna get. Rob, you should make your icon here a rock emoji. Just put a rock up there. Is the Fed giving out more free money? Did they listen to my idea the other day about just dropping it from drones? I don't want to support you, CNBC. Robinhood goes down again. I I actually agree with this sentiment. This action does feel worse than 2007 to 2008. It honestly does. I was thinking that last night. I'm like, this action 20% down on oil is insane. Absolutely insane. Bottom is in and a time to buy. Yep. The last time the Gulf War. Yeah. It did bounce a little bit. Down 30% now. No, it says only down 18. We've come back significantly. Oh, Gulf War down 30%. Oil price. You don't buy Tesla because of oil prices. Tesla's not an oil price play. Yeah, give it about a week, Justin, for the gas pumps. It takes a while for the gas to go through the refineries and to get to the customer. So you're not going to see that. You're not going to see that affect anything for a while, at least at the pump. I've got that Bitcoin regression chart on the Nasdaq. I wonder how that looks. Not that good. All right. Well, Eli, you could bring the gift that keeps on giving, right? I mean, everyone wants it. Everyone's going for it. Cruise liners down huge again. Yeah, let's take a look at. I do have some stocks up here. United Airlines down another 4%. Looking at MAR, Marriott. I haven't been able to do anything with options lately. Let me look at. I guess I just look up in my actual trading account. But the volatility on these stupid options have just got to be through the roof. Just absolutely got to be through the roof. So let's. Hmm. Clicked on options. You're still on stocks, you weirdo. Marriott put. What are some of the quotes we're getting here? So we're at 106. So you're looking at a $5. Whoa, that's a big spread. 410 to 580. Yee. That's horrible. That volatility is out of this world. If you're lucky, you'll get filled at $5 at 108. So that means you got to go to 103 to break even. And that's on a weekly. Okay. Yeah, I don't want that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this stage. Yeah, some of that's just a little too much. Oh, Tesla down 9% right now. You going lower now or higher? Yeah, you're higher. Yeah. What are you packing? Where are you going, Eli, for your cross-country trip? Oh, you actually going on a cross-country trip? You gonna bring me some fresh coronavirus? Package it up. I got some sharp knives here. We can cut it up and eat it. Yeah, VIX is through the roof. I wonder what it's at. VIX and midterm futures. I don't know how to look at the. I've never actually traded the VIX. I know they do have some Oh, crap. Look at that. Wow. Yeah. Go VIX. It's come down, though. The market's up a little bit. Look at all that. All that volatility. We haven't seen VIX. What? Oh, that's a post-reverse split, whatever that means. There's a split in here somewhere. It's not shown on the chart. Yeah, I don't know. These very volatile times are nuts. I mean, eventually you end up with good buys at some stage of the game. The question is, how far can the market go in reality? I think that's the question. Like, what is, in reality, what are we capable of? I mean, if you go back all the way back to 2008, 2009, you can see a 50% drop at the market. But what does that look like? What does that feel like? What are the sequences of events? I guess how many shoes have to drop in order for everything to just literally fall apart? I wonder if they have a chart of that. That'd be good to have. Okay, so here's a line, but not on the chart. I guess we can throw it on the chart. January 1st, 2008. So let's kind of look at that here, right here. Fed tries to stop housing bust. Okay, so let's do this timeline down here. I think this could be a pretty interesting thing to do. Fed tries to stop housing bust. This is according to the Balance. February 2nd, Bush signs tax rebate as home sales continue to plummet. Of course, he's going to be late to everything. He's a politician. So Bush signs tax rebate. Yeah, I was looking at an article that our 50 Satoshi put in the chat room, and he had a very interesting point there. Maybe I move this lower here. Bush signs tax rebate. March 3rd, Fed begins bailouts. Looks like they're getting. I mean, like, you can do something once a month. March 1st, February 1st, February 1st, or March 1st. So this is Fed begins bailouts. Fed announced its term facility auction. It would release $50 billion on March 10th and again on March 24th. So that's the early billion. On March 11th, the Fed announced it would lend $200 billion in Treasury notes to bail out bond dealers that were stuck with mortgage-backed securities and collateralized debt obligations. They couldn't resell them in the secondary market. The subprime mortgage crisis dried up, and secondary market for the products dried up. So this is the mini bailouts. It looks like that's the mini bailout. So I think something interesting to possibly note here is going to be the. I'm not even quite sure how to do this. So mini bailout. I guess that'll work. March 14th, the Federal Reserve announced weekend meeting that would guarantee Bear Stearns bad loans. It wanted JP Morgan to purchase Bear. March 18th, the Federal Reserve lowered rate by 0.75% to 2.25. It had halved interest rates in 6 months. That puts downward pressure on the dollar, which increases oil prices, which is not happening now. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac tack on another $200 billion in subprime mortgage debt. So it looks like a series of bailouts between March 18th and March 7th. I'm going to say March 18th. It's like no time. It's like 2 weeks. So there's like a series of bailouts, and that causes looks like the market to have a short-term bounce once the Fed dumps $1 trillion into banks. April to June, Fed lowers rates and buys more toxic assets. So that's April 30th. There's one. What happens over here on June 2nd? Anything? I see nothing June 2nd. I see July 11th. I see July. June 2nd, the Fed auctions total 1.2 trillion. In June, the Federal Reserve lent 225 billion through its term auction facility. Temporary stopgap measure of adding liquidity has become a permanent fixture. July, IndyMac fails. September 7th, Treasury nationalizes Fannie and Freddie. That's right here. Of course, I'm pretty sure they knew they were going to do that ahead of time. Now, of course, on a Sunday. Of course, they're going to do all that stuff on a Sunday. And that is what really, really starts it. So Fed tries to stop the housing bust. There's like mini bailouts all through this period. Bush signs tax rebate. And then the Fed nationalizes a few companies. And the whole shit falls loose right there. September 15th, Lehman declared bankruptcy, triggers global panic. That's a good one to put on there. Layman's enough. Okay. That seems like that happened in a much faster sequence in real life. I remember that. I remember that. I don't remember any of that because I really wasn't paying that close attention. Do remember that, and I do remember that. So at this stage of the game, if we're going to do something like that, keep in mind, NASDAQ down about 5% today. Not the worst in the world, but still pretty damn bad. That's pretty bad, 5%. It's pretty damn bad. So basically here we've got coronavirus. Coronavirus spreading, which is this whole general area. Basically here. And then now we have this is a function of Iran. Iran slashing oil prices. That's what that is. Now the Fed's been active the entire time. So I'm trying to see the parallels and the things that maybe the markets are looking for when they really start to sell off assets. Because, we're on the cusp of that. I think everyone can loosely agree with that we're on the cusp of. So here you have, the Fed tries to do some emergency measures, which we're already in the middle of. Stay in a China shop. The hell is up with my kid's hair? And then, so this is Fed stuff, government stuff, Fed stuff, government stuff, and then obviously an institution. I'm not sure what's going to go bankrupt except for some cruise lines or something like that. But on top of that, with interest rates doing what they're doing, Yeah, 50 basis point. You got a 50 basis point cut over here. Oh, yeah, Saudi Arabia. Sorry, Julius. Apologize about that. Not sure why I said Iran. Been in the news lately. Iran. That's pretty dumb. Let's put Saudi. There we go. Saudi's touching oil prices, but the Fed does cut. I think it was like here. Fed cuts 50 basis points. My babe.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Love you, bud. Have a great day. Kiss.
Bye.
Wash your hands. James. Bye, Jamesy.
Daddy.
BB, what's up with your hair? You didn't even attempt, did you? Hey, what are you going to give your teacher today?
I got it hanging out of my phone.
Good job. Your check? Close my door, please. Have a great day. Have fun. He's wearing his tank top under his sweater. 5-year-olds are awesome. Go get yourself. Everyone, go pick yourself up a 5-year-old today. Probably be on sale due to the coronavirus pandemic, but you know. All right, let's go to the 15-minute and kind of see what we've been dealing with here so far this morning. So, yeah, we did end up with some nice covering over into the weekend. Really, Justin? Congratulations, man. That's awesome. That's really fantastic. I wouldn't mind having another kid or two, but not going to happen. Yeah, that's cool, man. Is that your first kid or your 5th kid? Because you have 1 or 5. I mean, you can't just have 2. Can't just stop at 2. Oh, your 2nd? Okay, cool. Your world has just been blown apart, my friend. Your world has just been blown apart. The first kid's easy. The second kid really changes things. Cool. Fantastic. One day you'll be able to spell girl right, and that's when you know you've made it as a parent, Justin. We can actually spell girl. That's funny. I will say this, Justin. If you have any kind of a small business or an LLC or something like that, you can probably even have a web. You have to have like some legitimate business reason, but you should open your kids up a Roth IRA. Is what you should do. I wish I would have done that the second my first kid was born and my second kid was born, but I apparently waited a few years, which cost them a bunch of money. But yeah, open them up a Roth IRA. Use their pictures on a website or something. Find a legitimate reason to pay them $600. So you pay them $600. They can open up a Roth IRA. You can write it off on your taxes, and they don't have to file taxes because it's under $600. And they can already have a leg up on life. And then don't tell them about that for about 35 years, because they're going to be stupid until they're about 35. Anyway, congratulations. Good job. Oh, UK? Yeah, look into it. I'm not sure what the laws are over there, but yeah, check it out. Yeah, I can't say this morning I'm super enthused with the volume stepping in here, to be honest with you. Can't say it's my favorite. It's decent right there, but I mean, look at what the market's capable of doing. Honestly, I think this is just a lot of short covering going into the weekend, a very uncertain weekend. Talk about a market not to go in with a big position was last Friday. We talked about it a little bit, actually, about what I said, wait to see what the market looks like at the close. I actually closed my short just because of uncertainty going into the weekend. I didn't anticipate oil crashing through the floor. That was not part of I wasn't seeing that through my window in my office right here. That was behind my house. I wasn't even thinking about oil in Iran going, you know what, screw you, Russia. Or Iran, I said it again. Saudi Arabia saying, screw you, Russia. I'm gonna go do that, So I kind of got boned on that one. But Yeah, ABC had a coronavirus outbreak special. Probably should have held partial short. Probably should have closed part of that short. But anyway, at least I got my kids Roth IRA into cash before the crash, so that was good. Looking at that a little bit more, 529 seemed a little less appealing. Well, they have different purposes, Rob. A Roth IRA is for retirement. They're not going to be able to cash that out until they're 65 or at their age 70, 72 probably, or ever. Who the hell knows with the way legislation and monetary policy is going. And the 529 is just a college plan. So all you got to do is vote Bernie Sanders in, and that'll be resolved. You won't have to have a 529. That's my joke. But actually, no, a 529 is actually good for a number of things. One thing you can do with a 529 that you can't do with a Roth IRA is you can pile money into that 529, and if they don't go to college, they can actually use it as a down payment for as a first-time home buyer. If I'm not mistaken, double check, do some research into that before you just take some guy on the internet's word for it. But with one of those, you can. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I do believe it is tax-free coming out. So it would be pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, if you're able to manage it well. See, I don't know. I'm a little trepidatious on the market. There was a video that, like I said, 50 Satoshi. I'll post it here for you guys. See if I can find it real quick. Shadow quarantine, Paul. That's funny. He posted a video with a guy that, some of the stuff 50 posts are pretty right wing, but I think this was a pretty rational dude. If I can find the video about just a lot of good stuff, and I think here it is. I got it. Watch this video at some point today. The dude seems legit. I mean, he doesn't sound like he's trying to be cool or anything like that. He says they're going to cut rates probably down to zero, and he mentions different economies and how bad that Japan has behaved over the past 25 years with zero interest rates, and every time we've gone to zero interest rates, we get no movement in the markets. So it's going to be our profession here is going to be very interesting going forward if we do get to zero interest rate environments, which almost really after what's going on now really seems inevitable, because what the hell else are you going to do? Really, what's the Feds have like committed to the stance of just cutting. But I almost don't think that they understand that. I don't know. I almost don't think that they understand that what they're doing is going to hurt us long term. They're supposed to know better than us. Who the hell am I? I don't know, but it's yeah. Anyway, watch the video, make up your own mind. If you guys do, we can have a conversation about it tomorrow. Maybe I'll be here when the market opens. Market opened early, 6:30. Great. Now I got to get up at freaking 6:30. Well, this gentleman here makes a very good case about not going to negative interest rates. The reason that the euro and other countries are able to go into negative interest rates is because they're not the world's reserve currency. The United States, as the world's reserve currency, technically one of four reserve currencies, as I found out a couple of weeks ago. Going to negative interest rates would be horrible because no one has a place to put their money. And I don't know. We're pretty much in uncharted territory here. And I don't know what that means for the stock market going forward. Coming off of all-time highs in everything, I don't know what that means for the stock market going forward. Do we have another 2 or 3 year bear market similar to 2008, 2009? I can't argue against that at this stage of the game, not with the way interest rates are going. Oil prices, hopefully it's just a short-term blip. Coronavirus, a couple of quarters, maybe a year blip, as everyone's freaking out about a bad flu. Really, it's just a bad flu. But it is having economic effects across the globe right now, and it's going to ripple down to It's going to cause that global recession that we were loosely in the middle of. It's going to really pull the rug on us and really put us down there, I think. And so yeah, I don't know. I don't know what other measures they could take other than just dropping money from the drones I was talking about last time. Give you 1 million drones and drop a couple $1 billion from those drones, and people just snatch the cash up. I don't know what else to do. And actually, that's funny. That's something this guy said too. He said the most effective use of funds at this stage is just cutting money to the middle class. I completely agree with him on that. Why the fuck are you going to give the goddamn banks more money? That's stupid. What the fuck are they going to do with it? Nothing. They didn't do anything with it during the financial crisis. They can do nothing with it. Nothing with it today. Just cut checks to people. Give everyone $5,000. Watch the economy bounce. It'll be a lot cheaper. So I don't know. There's just too many corporate people in government that just want to give the benefit to the companies, and I don't want to sound too political. And I don't even think it's political. I think it's just what's happened. You know, if you want to stimulate the economy, well, 70% of the U.S. economy is its consumers. So go to the 70%. Why are you giving money to the 30%? That seems like a horrible way to spend money. If you want money to stimulate economic growth, you go to the economy. That's true, Eli. That's true. And you know who's going to get that? Some guy in China. So maybe that's not a good idea. We're just going to be sending money back to China. I was thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll go. I'm just gonna put a squirt bottle next to the toilet, so I don't have to pay $5,000 for some toilet paper. I'll just do a wet wipe. Bidets. I wonder if bidets are coming in stock. How do you spell bidet? Toilets and bidet. There you go. Toilets and bidets. So how much is a bidet these days? Because I mean that's gonna be the thing. If toilet paper is gonna get really expensive, I'm just gonna wash my butt with some water. Right there. Although I don't know I'm not sure what position I need to get in to make this nozzle effective. Nor do I want to know. Is there a handlebar up here? Because that would be a little bit easier. Yeah. This really just looks like a sink with a horrible water faucet on it. Ooh, the Japanese toilets are fire. I could do a Japanese toilet. I do have a hot tub in the backyard, so it would essentially be like having two hot tubs. Ooh, yeah, see? And that's not even photoshopped. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Rob. That's a good business model. Ooh, shower head. Yeah, I just do a shower head. You have an insert seat between the toilet. Oh, that could work. A mini. Oh, there you go. There you go. I feel dirty showing these, but at the same time, they're out there, so I don't think there's anything too dirty about it. But well, no, you just have towels. Held for review. I didn't hold for review. Sorry, Eli. I must have clicked the wrong button. I don't think I deleted it. Gonna cool down your brain as well? Well, my head is usually in my ass, so I do appreciate your thinking about me. So this is the future. Although I think Total Washlet. All right, let's check that out. Show. There we go. Total Washlet electronic bidet toilet seat. Wow, it's on sale. Oh my goodness, that's a deal. Look at this one. I'll take this thing. Yeah, that's how much money I just made on my short. So I'll just put it all in my family's comfort and safety. Look, that's a nice detail right there. Look at that. You know what? I've always said I need a Nest controller for my toilet. I've been saying it for years. That's fantastic. Oh, price already went up. That's a different one. Which remote do you want for your butthole? Will this clean coronavirus butt? That's what. Oh, you know what? I want to ask that question. Okay. I'm doing it. I have a question. Will this clean... Oh, can I ask my question? Where does it say ask a question? Post your question. There we go. Will this clean coronavirus off of my butt? There you go. All right, sold. Let's see what kind of answers we get. We'll check back. Holy crap. Look at what this thing does to your life. Look at that. You do not want this toilet. You do not want this in your life. Look at that. Entire home flooded because of this product. Oh, okay. Well, now I get why it has a picture up there, but that doesn't negate my point that, yeah. Thank you for taking your time to contact us, and we value your decision of choosing Toto. Looks like we've done a great job of destroying your home. Yeah, sorry about that. That's just bad. Yeah, more than likely bad installation. Ah, 50 million? That's quite a bit. What time is it? 8 o'clock? All right, let's go check out what's going on here. Okay, so market popped up in arguably somewhat lower volume. I can't say that's really good volume. Pop up rolling over. We'll see what happens the rest of the day. United Airlines down 6%. Marriott actually going up, oddly enough. Amazon down 4%. It's going to take a while, I think, really to figure out what's going to be happening here. We do have a lot of H patterns. There's an H pattern on Apple. The whole markets actually have H patterns on them, and we've already started the breakdown. So this bounce this morning, there's a possibility you could start leveling into a short, and then if we undercut the lows of the day, if we undercut the lows of this morning, it's a very high likelihood we're just going to collapse and do a measured move. I've done this before, the measured move thing on this. It's pretty far down, actually. I'm not sure I did it on the Qs, but let's see where we get to on the Qs. So from there to there, that's down to 178, which from now is 9%. So that'd be about 27% if you take that on the SQQQ or short the TQQQ. That's a super, super good move lower. Yeah, like I said, you could start to level into positions up here. I was thinking about it this morning based on the bounce. I'm just going to kind of wait and see if it does start to roll over. So far, like I said, we've kind of paused up here towards highs of the day. If we start to rally higher, I'll see what it looks like as we try to fill gaps here towards the 202 level. Other than that, if we just flounder about down here and don't start rallying, I may just arbitrarily put a shorter position on and then start layering in as we confirm going lower. But yeah, coronavirus, I don't think it's a major concern to the world health. I think economically it's going to be fairly significant because they're still trying to stop the spread of it, which is going to slow down commerce. And then in terms of this whole Saudi Arabia-Russia oil fight, I'm really trying not to say Iran. I'm not quite sure how that's going to play out. I don't know. All I know is that you already have service sector under tremendous pressure with the coronavirus, and now you're going to have the whole oil industry under a lot of pressure with instant 20% lower oil prices. I don't know how actually FinViz may give us consumer goods, financial. Let's check out their heat map. Basic materials. So major integrated oil and gas is that much. So here's the whole services sector of the economy. It looks like consumer goods will loosely be hit. Financials are going to get hit due to interest rates. So you've got this much taking a hit. Yeah, you've got everything really taking a hit. Healthcare is going to take a hit on a cost basis, and they're not going to be able to forward cost through until the next year, and it's early in the year, so they're probably going to have to eat a lot of costs here. Basic materials are probably going to get hit, considering you're not going to have as much stuff coming on from overseas likely. Again, services sector going to get hit due to supply chain problems, and resorts going to get hit, airlines going to get hit, logistics going to get hit a little bit. So, yeah, it's going to be a nice bottom buy though, guys. That's going to be a great TQQQ trade, I hope. I hope if the market, I mean, cuz think about it, I don't know what's going to solve the interest rates right now, but I do think that eventually coronavirus will be a thing of the past, and the oil prices will be a thing of the past. So the only thing we got to deal with is the financial sector sucking ass for the next decade. But I'm not sure about the rest of this, so I think the rest of this will end up being okay. And but it's gonna take a little bit. Yeah. I wonder what utilities are doing. Wow, that's a nice heat map. Look at that. You get a lot of information. Those are down significantly. What about services? So there's airlines. Oh, this is fun. Resorts. RCL down 21%. What is that? Wow, what's RCL? I want to go see what kind of horrible... Oh, it's Royal Caribbean. Getting murdered today. How much more murder is there to have? Wow, that's a lot of murder. So much murder. Oh, just it overtook those lows. Oh, yeah, it closed lower too. Wow. What's the next shoe to drop? What is it? I don't know. Business services, home improvements. Look at that. That's insane. Microsoft's the biggest by a long shot in business services. Well, unfortunately, Eli, at least for the financial services sector, I think you're probably looking at a minimum of 3 to 5 years of just horrible, because just banks can't make money in low interest rate environments. That's one thing I've been finding out recently. And I mean, I've heard it in the past. It's nothing new. But you look at life insurance. Yeah, you look at money center banks. Look at those cuts today. That's on. That's huge. Those are being destroyed right now. It's strictly because, ooh, these are going to be good buys. Visa's going to be a good buy. MasterCard's going to be a good buy. Let's look at those. Talk about good buys, good long-term buys. Look at that. That's beautiful. See? Look, it's so beautiful. Look at the biggest candles, that green bottoming candle, and we're just at the bottom of that. So this could be a buyable situation for Visa. There's no reason Visa's going to go. There's no reason Visa's going to go into the tanker, into the trash, under the 200 for the. We talked about this. I don't remember when, but about the 200-day moving average in Visa, and mentioned anytime under the 200 is a good time to buy Visa. Pick a point. Pick a point under the 200-day, and we're actually there right now. So this is arguably one of the best places to buy Visa if you're looking for a long-term hold. Now, it's only 22% to high. That's not, that's not the best return you're ever going to get, but that's pretty damn good, And I mean, even if you're looking at, I wonder if I can get an options chain. I have to probably open that stupid Power E trade again, which sucks. They'll at least get an up-to-date options chain. Okay, so options chain on Visa. So to get back to all-time highs, let's just say 210. What do these weird options chains look like? How can I minimize these? I can't, because you're stupid. All right, I'm going a little bit long here again. Oh, what? What just happened? Oh, okay, I get what if you're looking at one side versus another side. But how do oh, here's the contracts. Yeah, I hate this. I hate this software. Let's just say it takes, oh no, let's just let's take a leap. So we're looking at Visa at 210. We do have the best murder, Rob. I will say in the real community here, whatever the hell you want to call it, we do have the best murder. It's the best. That's what they tell me. I don't think that, but that's just what people tell me. Okay, I'm not even getting to 210, but you got 190 at 240. Wait, that's a big last. Okay, here we go. Yeah, see, that's not very good. If you go to 170, you're going to pay 28. And that's not very good either. Anyway, I hate everything about this. Everything about that I hate. All right. Yeah, like I said, I think the market at this stage of the game, obviously we're in a firm grip of a correction. It's hit and miss day by day, extraordinarily news driven. I think the longer that Saudi Arabia keeps this whole cheap oil thing going on, that's probably going to really keep the downward pressure on the markets, in my opinion. So I think that's probably going to be one of the big things to watch. Oil fight fake news. What the hell is it with Trump? The dude doesn't, anything that's bad, he just doesn't believe it. I just don't get it. It's funny. It's not that funny. Why is cheap oil bad for the economy? Well, so here's the thing, Jake. We have a pretty large, at this stage of the game, a pretty large oil service sector, and those jobs that get hit by the oil service sector, those are in danger. Those jobs are in danger, and with the economic pressure the coronavirus is going to put us under, it's going to be difficult because, look, you and me paying $5 a tank. To be quite honest with you, I don't even understand how gas prices affect the economy, to be honest with you, because it's not that much. If you look at your monthly budget, like just for our family, keep in mind I don't really drive that much, but my wife drives 30 miles one way, so she could be a use case for both of us. Our monthly gas budget, I think, is like $150 or $200. I'd have to look at my budget, but it's not that bad. And then if we're going to save an extra $5 now, instead of $200, we're looking at $180. How is that $20 a month really pumping up the economy? I don't, to be honest with you, I've never quite understood that about cheap gas prices. It's all psychological. It's so psychological for people. And I think it's the one thing, he is a permable. I think it's the one thing in life where people look at percentages. No one looks at percentages if you're just a lazy, normal, stupid person. You never look at percentages unless it's gasoline, because it's small numbers and your little brain can look at that. You know, if you see it going from, $2 to $1.90, you in your mind know that's like, you in your mind know the percentage of that. It's like 5%. Now, my little brain's having a hard time with that. Anyway, but I think it's the one, you're like, oh, I'm saving 10% on oil or 20% on gas than I was 6 months ago. It's a psychological thing, but you don't realize that you're only spending $80 a month on gas, so you're saving $4. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. So, ooh, what's this down? Oxy. Yep, Oxy Petroleum down 30%. Man, all these. So this is more significant, in my opinion, than saving $5 on gas. So, all right, guys, I got to bounce. I got to get out of here. Step away from the computer for a minute at least while I do, before I start the Crypto Power Hour. Which, by the way, Bitcoin took it on the chin. Holy crap. I saw it for a split second this morning. I mean, it's not that bad. It's only like 3.87%. But, at that time, Bitcoin Cash, it's lower now. It wasn't lower then. Anyway, guys. Ooh, Ethereum Classic up. Fun stuff here. All right, guys. I'll see you later in the Power Hour if you guys are involved in that. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow, hopefully around 6:30. I may have to go to bed at a decent time from here on out. All right, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you later. Stay safe out there. Bye-bye.